the end, I think we had our chances to win this game, and in a play where we should have scored the 2-0, we end up conceding the 1-1, and very frustrating again, because the last 2 games against Chelsea away and now Liverpool, we felt that 4 points escaped us.
What do you think of the disallowed goal, Bernardo?
I didn't check. I didn't see it, so I cannot give you my opinion.
It would have been a big difference though to go.
Yeah, of course. If it's 2-0, of course it's a big difference. But I'm honestly, I didn't check it.
You mentioned Liverpool.
What do you think about it?
Very
soft,
very soft.
Very soft.
Yeah.
We're used to that.
You mentioned Liverpool. You feel like they're back this year. They tend to be either right on your tails or falling away. Are you expecting another one of those kind of epic title races this year?
We expected Liverpool to come back after a tough season for them last year. We knew that their energy would be back, so it's going to be tough with not just Liverpool but Arsenal and Tottenham as well, very strong. But we're also ready to fight.
Do you enjoy it more when Liverpool are kind of breathing down your necks? Does it kind of bring that little?
Well, we enjoy it more when we win. When, of course, it's nice for the Premier League and for the fans, for the competition, that it's this tight, and that there's emotion, and you have now 4 teams that are very close to each other. We're gonna try and do our best to get a little bit of distance. Because last season wasn't nice to be that far behind Arsenal. So this season, as we said before, we want to try and keep closer to the top. So when we get to February, March, we're in the discussion to win again this Premier League.
Bernardo, Jeremy Doku today just got down the line so many times and cut in crosses and didn't quite get on the end of them. Is he going to be a difference maker this season? I mean,
I hope so. I hope so. He's a very good signing, and He's been playing very well for us, and hopefully he can keep going, learning, improving to help us win titles.
Is it about learning when to make the runs to get on the end of his crosses a little bit?
He's a player that you cannot give him a lot of limitations, otherwise he just loses his let's say his magic. So you have to let him be himself and let him try and do his thing. Also knowing that he's got a responsibility without the ball to help us, but I think he's been doing very well.
And your own form, I mean, you're playing in a slightly different position this season. I mean, it seems to be getting the best out of you. You were everywhere today, defensively and just connecting everything.
Well, I've played in this position plenty of times, so I'm very used to playing as a number 8. And yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's where the team needs me right now, so I'll do my best to help the team in that position or whatever the manager feels best for.
You'd won 23 out of 23 at home in all competitions this season. It's the first point you dropped all season. Do you think this is the hardest ground in Europe to play at? Do you think this the Etihad now is the hardest place for any team to play at in Europe?
Well, maybe yes. If you look at the results last season, definitely it says something about Man City playing at home. But you have a lot of tough grounds. For example, playing at Anfield is never easy. But we definitely want to create this atmosphere that is tough for our rivals. And as I said, once again, I feel disappointed because it felt like we should have won this game.
You mentioned the chances there, Bernardo. Is that the biggest concern? Because you are creating them, but it's the concern that you're not finishing them off and being clinical enough to win games.
Well,
like this.
on the last game against Chelsea, it was the opposite.
Yeah.
So we scored our chances, and then defensively we weren't good enough. So in that game, I think a lot of mistakes that we made there, and today maybe we should have been a bit more clinical up front. So we need as a team, I think we're doing very well. We're playing really well, and then individually we have to take our responsibility and demand more from ourselves, all of us, because these games we need to win them.
Yeah. Bernardo, you spoke about playing in that deep position. What do you like about playing as a number 8? Is it getting on the ball early?
Well, maybe touching a bit more of the ball and feeling a bit more connected to the game. While playing on the wing, you have to be a bit more patient. But also on the wing, when you get the ball, you can be a bit more decisive. I like both positions. Of course, my natural position, I think it's a bit more in in central areas, but I can do both.
In helping Jeremy settle in, is that part of you playing in that position?
Well, yeah. When I played there with Jeremy, definitely try to help him and try to give him that freedom, so he can do his thing.
Does he have a nickname, Jeremy?
Not yet, no.
Not soon.
With Jeremy and maybe when Phil plays there, the way Pep uses his wingers this season, it's a bit different. There's a bit of a change to last season.
Well, definitely, because last season, mostly in the last part of the season, I was playing on the right and Jack was playing on the left, with a bit more control wingers, not as direct in terms of transitions and in terms of 1v1s. So if the players change, of course, the way the team sets up also changes. But both players are doing really well, and hopefully we can improve. We also have Jack that needs to come back, and when our injured players come back, I can also play on the right side again. So we have a lot of options to, depending on the game, on what the manager wants, do well.
Gives you another dimension where maybe you could be more unpredictable.
Yeah, gives you more 1v1s and gives you more counter-attacks, but also you lose a bit of control of the game. So sometimes it's good, sometimes we need to be a bit more clinical in terms of deciding when to go and when to wait for the team. But I think that the team overall is doing really well in this beginning of the season. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Hi there, I'm Rebecca Lowe, studio host for NBC's coverage of the Premier League. Don't forget to hit subscribe to watch more videos all season long. And for even more Premier League content, from original series to live matches, head over to Peacock. And be sure to tune in for Premier League mornings every weekend on USA Network and on Peacock. We will see you there.